Well, hello again, people. We are here for episode number 4, our first job, worst job. Without too much hesitation, I'm going to pass you over to Lucy, who is one of my fellow teachers here at Chamberlain College.
Hi, it's Pastel Professional here, and I'm actually in my real job today, not my YouTube channel. So this is Chamberlain College, and this is where I come to on a daily basis, not a weekly basis. And I am a teacher of health and social care. So forget all the fashion tips that I've given you guys, and this is this is actual advice. This is actual education and advice. So I'm going to start talking about my very first job, which was a pot washer. Now, not very glamorous and not very exciting, and it was also quite, it was a bit naughty. It was cash in hand. I was 16 years old. I wanted a bit of extra money over the summer, and the pub was just up the road, and I thought, great, I'll go and do it. It was horrible. It was disgusting. The only nice thing about it was that they used to make duck fat potatoes, and I used to get all the kind of burnt ones on the edge, so I'd eat them at the end of my shift, and that was great. But other than that, it was really the most unglamorous job in the entire world. And as soon as the summer was over, I was out of there. I was not going to do that anymore. I was also they promised me that I'd get some bar work in as soon as I turned 18. And basically I learned towards the end of that summer that it wasn't going to happen no matter how old I was. So that's my first job in a nutshell. So now I'm going to talk about my worst job. Now, actually, it wasn't a job. It was supposed to be an interview. So I was sent an email. I was at university, and I was sent an email, and they said, who would like an apprenticeship or an internship at a record company? And I thought, wow, that kind of thing never comes around. That's really like, they're never going to get that again. So I sent an email around, who would like to apply, email back to this address. I emailed back to this address. With my details, so my name, my phone number and my age, and a very quick CV that I'd done, just typed up and sent to them. And I waited a couple of days with like sort of, what's going to happen. And I got the phone call, and they said, we'd like to interview, would you like to come up? And they asked me some questions like, what kind of music do you like? And, kind of the cool questions you have to always answer with like, oh yeah, I like bands before they were famous, sort of thing. So that was it, and then about a couple of days later I went into the town centre and arrived at this place which looked like it was just some offices really, and they took me into the room, and the manager of the record company said, I'm going to set you a few tasks to do today just to see if you're suitable. I was originally told that it was only going to be an hour, and at 2:30 so I arrived at 9 o'clock, and at 2:30 after the whole day of doing these tasks for him, which included sending all information out and sending all friend requests out from his Facebook page, and doing Tumblr and doing all these things which were basically not tasks, they were us working for him for free. I basically said, right, I'm going home now because this is making me really uncomfortable. I actually snuck out of the building because I wasn't actually comfortable with going up to the manager and saying, this isn't okay. When I got home, I phoned up the university careers centre because I thought they'd been involved with it, but actually they'd phoned up the careers centre before, and because of the money they'd had to put down for insurance for the students, this particular record company were put off by the university and said they couldn't afford it. So eventually it got round, and the record company is no longer allowed to contact anyone at Staffordshire University or any other university to work for them, because they were basically doing illegal things, and it was really weird and uncomfortable. And never put yourself in that position. If you ever feel uncomfortable, just walk away. It kind of felt like I was almost being kidnapped for the day. It was a very surreal experience. Thank you.
Super big thank you there to Lucy. Another great insight into a couple of different industries. Firstly, how disappointing is it that 2 out of our 4 episodes so far, our worst jobs have both been involving people getting you to work for free. Now, I'm a big advocate of charity work, volunteer work, doing things for the right reasons, but not if you are good at your job and you deserve to get paid because other people are getting paid, but you should be made to work for free because you're a little bit younger, a little bit more naive. So be careful out there. But on a positive note, again, how fascinating is it that me and, maybe it's just fascinating to me actually, but hey, me and Lucy both started with the same job, both washing pots in bars and restaurants, and now we end up in an office about 15 feet away from each other being teachers. So maybe that's the thing, maybe everybody needs to go pot washing or bar work first time round, and you'll end up being a teacher. I don't know, maybe that's the secret. Anyway, if you find the secret to getting a good career, let us know in the comments section. Thanks very much, see you next time.